Hey everybody, and welcome back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan. Another day, another Canadian dollar. How's everybody doing today? We are a little behind time, 5 minutes late, but we are going to make it work out in everyone's favor. How you doing, Farmer G? We were late to publish this thing. Not a whole lot of people in town. Fortnite Kid 111. What is up? What is up? I had realized earlier tonight that we had only done a few little live streams on Edgewater, and then we started doing Veal Pack pre-release stuff. We started doing map testing on Emerald Coast, and then I jumped over to Hoff-Bergman. Was doing a little let's get caught up with what's available in Hoff-Bergman now. So when they drop an update to Hoff, we'll be re-familiared, and I decided I did everything that I was wanting to do over on Hoff, and I thought, let's get back over here to Edgewater. We'll do a little bit more on Edgewater, but ultimately I want to get back to the Holler. We did a farm build series on the Holler. I had talked about doing a multiplayer gameplay on that map that we built out with 7 or 8 farms. And, well, like it is with so many things, other things came up, and we never got back to it. So I think now is a perfect opportunity to get back to that, but I need to line up some people to play on the server with me, and that's what we hopefully are going to get done tonight. We are not doing multiplayer on this map, no. This is a single-player live stream tonight. Oh, what is up? How you doing there? Welcome. Let me get something fired up. Avery, welcome. Just getting fired up here. Getting things settled. Brent, how you doing, sir? How's it going? Ah, that's it. I think we need to go this way. Been a long time since we've been on here. A long time. What maps are y'all playing today? Who's working on let's see here, what dropped? Who's working on Black Mountain, Montana? That map dropped just 2 days ago. Was it Rosendahl? That map dropped also 2 days ago. That map is quite scenic. The Valley of the Old Farm is in testing, I understand. I don't know if anybody has any updates on that. Avery's building out on American farmland. Brent is still over on East Vineland, Vineland, New Jersey. That one has captured his interest and maintained it. What else we got that's ready to harvest? We got 11, 42. Field 11 is oats. Feel like harvesting tonight. Fortnite Kid, we are not doing this map for multiplayer. I've already said that once. I will not repeat myself again. Miles, what is this secret you speak of? You have piqued a mild interest. Donald, what's up? What is up? I think one of my interests in this map is the unique and odd shaped fields. All the curves, all the things in the way. Makes field work much more interesting other than just going north, south, east, and west. Oh, the updated Swather pack. What's the update coming? I thought I could swath wheat. I tried swathing wheat and I got no, I didn't get anything going on, so. I thought all grain crops could be swathed, but for whatever reason, wheat was not going to work out for me. Wait, oh, no. I just forgot the process. I know why it didn't work now. Cryptic Media Studio. You've done it again. You've done it again. Oh, that would be nice. Yes, that would be nice. Having the header reject grass. Well, Fortnite Kid, it is 8 p.m. over here. I think it's a little late for you. Well, good evening. Good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Dirty Bird Farms is here. Well, DB, I can tell you the the author of the mud mod, as I was saying in the pre-show, the author of the mud mod seems to have either left Farm Sim as far as modding goes, and or has just had life take over. We haven't heard too much from him. That was Real Logger. Real Logger was part of the Realismus modding group, but he did put out some stuff on his own. Seems like Real Logger maybe has either moved on from Farm Sim, and or it's just life. Life has taken over and other priorities are kicking in. As far as wood chips, I don't know. I don't know who the original modder was of the wood chips sawdust add-on. I think we had that add-on in FS19, but it did not work the same as it did in FS17, as best as I can remember. So I can only speculate that, well, either they can't figure out how to get it to work in FS22, or there's no active modders interested in bringing forward that type of feature. Now, that's not, of course, saying that someone isn't going to be working on their own implementation of a sawdust mod, so that when you cut a tree down, you get a little pile of sawdust next to it, aka wood chips. Or if you cut a log with a chainsaw, you get some wood chips where you cut the log to collect. For that kid, there is no multiplayer lobby that we're going to be live streaming. I will be honest, I did not get a lot of prep work done, so I do not have names prepared for who will be sponsoring this video as far as the farm barons go. So I'll just say that this video is brought to you by all of the farm barons and farm kings and farm bosses that are a part of this channel. You'll see those names scroll through the credits later on. Oh, DV, we're freehanding. We are freehanding for sure. Donald, thanks for the offer. I think I'm good tonight. Now, tomorrow night might be a different story. I think I'm good tonight. You know, I was thinking about that, Brent. I was wondering if this map was updated, and I went and looked for what mods in this mod folder needed updating to see if they had updated this map to support the Gouville pack. with respect to the additional bale types. I'm pretty sure this map has additional bale types. Right? I mean, gosh, I've probably looked at 24 maps since we did this map video. Maybe, I don't know, is flax the bale type? I didn't activate the goo veal pack because I didn't think it would work. I thought for sure this map had additional bale types. You're going to build a desk with the PC built into it. Nice. Nice. I wish you luck in your custom build. I don't know, you might have sparked my curiosity enough to have to download that map and go look. David, I did see that was a feature. I do not know if it is enabled by default. I don't think it was working. I don't think it was working in the open beta that we had running. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if it's a server option that's forced. It will force players to use it, and then that might be a way we rein in Tukey terror. Terror of the Tukey. GoldenEye, welcome Connor. How is today? How is your Friday? Did you get to ride any trains today? That might be the more important question. Connor did get to ride some trains today. And I know now why the swaffing didn't work. I know now why it wouldn't work. Another thing I like about this map is the rolling hills on the roads. Let's just knock over all of these street signs. Well, you do know, David, most of that driving is played up for the drama of the live stream. I think I'm going the wrong way. Oh, look here. What is that? Alright. Alrighty, people. Rezek is here! Everybody, get him a Snickers bar. The man loves Snickers bars. You know what he told me? He told me at PAX that oftentimes he sits in the dark in his tidy whities and he has a jar of Jiffy crunchy peanut butter and he dips Snickers bars into the crunchy peanut butter and then eats it whole. I was like, oh, stop talking, man. That is just too much information. TMI all the way right there, buddy. TMI. You never know what happens when you go to PAX. I think we can name that. I think we can name that. We'll name it something. Eating it Raz style or something like that. I mean, you know. DB boxers are a type of dog. I think they typically have their tails cut. That's what a boxer is. Oh, what, Donald? What's via the T? Via the train? I don't drive in Boston either. Well, I drove into Boston. I didn't drive around Boston. I will tell you, Donald, that I have bought. I have not bought a ticket. I have reserved a hotel. I have completely driven, I don't know where. Dead end road. We've driven to a dead end road. So I have reserved the room at, should I tell you? Should I tell you where I reserved the room at? I mean, seriously, Swather? Ignore the grass? That would be awesome, okay? So I've reserved the room. We'll see if life works out such that we can attend, or at least I can attend. I do have 100% plans to re-attend the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky, when that comes back next February. So, yes. Hopefully life will work out and I will be back to PAX next year. Depending on Junior's schedule. We'll see if it falls on a spring break. Then maybe we'll bring him back next year. The Giants has stated they are interested or likely will try to return next year. Yeah, Schultz, that's what Brent was saying. That there was an update for the Swather pack. That included a header that ignored grass. Did you all hear? I posted in the Discord. Did you all hear about the massive explosion at a dairy farm in Texas? Reportedly killed 1,800 head of cattle. One person was critically wounded, but I think he's doing okay. Apparently a manure pump shorted out, overheated, caused a methane gas explosion. And the cattle were in the queue. For milking. I looked up the address and posted a aerial shot using Bing Maps. And one of the guys at work took the scale of Bing and said that the building was like a mile long. And then outside the building there were areas to, pin up the calves, the cows, I should say. So my guess is any cows that didn't die as a result of actual fire and flames and heat probably got it because of the asphyxiation from the smoke if they were in the pens that were right next to the building. Largest single loss of cattle since they've been kind of recording cattle deaths. I think that's like 2003. So 20 years. This is the largest single cattle death. What's this about the toy show? Oh. Where is it? Where and when is it? I don't think you need to say more, no. I can always toss it in the Ambassador Discord under suggestions. Maybe it's a show they're already looking at. I don't know. Fortnite Kid? No, I do not. Really, the suspected cause was a malfunctioning honey badger manure pump. Now, I don't recall if if I saw any of the honey badger stuff at the farm machinery show. Might have. There was a lot of stuff there, so I just don't know. I mean, there's a lot of hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. And only time will tell if things work out. Keels and Wheels. Antique boat and car show. Keels and Wheels in Texas. I mean, we know Giants goes to the Houston Rodeo. June 3rd and 4th. But the big one's in November. So, you're saying the show to attend is probably November? Is that what you would say? Alright, send me a link in Discord. That way I won't forget. Alright, catch you later. Yeah, when I was trying to do the swathing earlier, I had forgotten I actually needed to swath it. I had the swathing header. The harvester clearly wasn't doing anything. Juju Gamer! Not sure what you're saying there, bud. If you put it in English, that would be outstanding. figure out how I want to swath this up. Who is looking forward to the Valley of the Old Farm? That is been sent to Giants for testing from Black Sheep Modding. I had done a multiplayer gameplay on that server back, or that map back in FS17. I don't think I really played it much in FS19. But I am interested to see what it looks like for FS22. Oh. Well, Donald, tell me what it says. I don't understand that English. We had it on a multiplayer server, and it was a really good multiplayer server, how it was set up. We had the ability to sell used equipment back to the shop. We could then buy used equipment from the shop. It is like a full-sized old stream farm map. With multiple farms, but still when you get to the towns, they have that same old stream farm feel to them. Explanation Discord, we'll pop that up. Rabbit Rob is here. Long time no see. How's the how you're settling into your new gig? Cookie's suffering from swollen digits. That's not a good thing to be having there. Suffering some swollen digits. Ah, well, Rabbit Rob, DB's going to be building his own desk soon. Maybe get you to build one too. Anybody know the latest on Hofbergman? What's the latest rumor mills? You know, it would be outstanding if we had a release this weekend. That would be utterly amazing. Rashi Jr., thank you for the sub. Rashidai Jr. Well, I mean, Rabbit Rob, if you want to get a a dedicated racing rig, driving rig. That's fine and dandy. They don't make the best setup to do random things like, you know, office work or just browsing the internet. I tell you what, I'm really interested. I ordered some AR glasses. These aren't VR goggles. These are AR glasses. So they look like, dare I say, knockoff Ray-Bans. I guess I dared to say it. So there's that. So they look like knockoff Ray-Bans. They have speakers in the temples. And they have little screens inside the glasses, sunglasses. And supposedly it's like it's the equivalent of looking at a 200-inch screen, you know, some number of feet in front of you. So they're supposed to come tomorrow. I'm super excited to try them out. They connect to a computer via USB-C cable. And the video I was watching said that you could install Reshade. Okay. And Reshade has a 3D plugin that would then generate a left eye and a right eye image. And in essence, you would have 3D. Can you imagine farming in 3D? I mean, are you serious? Could you imagine ATS in 3D? Wearing some Ray-Bans? Brent, they were $300, so not the cheapest in the world, but definitely a lot cheaper than VR. They come with a little blackout insert that you can put over the outside of the glasses so that you don't see through them. But the concept of AR is that you not only see the image that's being projected on the screens in the glasses, but you can see through that image to your environment. So I'm really excited to give it a try, see how it works out. I'll report back. I'll report back if it's cool or not. But the video I watched, the guy said, you know, once you play 3D, you don't want to go back to a 2D screen. Like you're done. What is up, Will? How are you doing on the Emerald Coast weight loss program? So we pretty much established we can't go down that other road. Miles, they're about $350. I don't want to put anything up like a link to them or anything until I can report back what they're like, right? But based on this other guy's video, I'm really excited to give him a spin. But I tell you what, if they're anywhere close to what I'm hoping they look like, then oh man, it's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. Well, apparently, I was gonna say it's gonna blow console gaming out of the water, but apparently it's also possibly compatible with consoles. It has a USB-C input, so it's expecting DisplayPort over USB-C. But you can also get an HDMI adapter. So, Raz, imagine playing Farm Sim Mobile 23 on your Switch with your AR glasses. Uh-huh. Yeah. Just imagine that. Because it's possible. If depending on your phone, I think you can connect it to straight to the USB-C on an Android, or possibly on an Android tablet. For iPhone, for iPad, I think there is a Thunderbolt or whatever iPhone connector adapter. There's definitely HDMI adapter. Yeah. They supposedly arrive tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll have a chance tomorrow to try them out before a live stream. But I should definitely have a chance to try them out Saturday. Before a Saturday evening live stream, and then I can report back. I think do mind those glasses, Raz. You might have to... you might need to play sitting on the toilet. Because you might... you know, you might soil yourself. Simper Buffo, what is up, sir? What is up? You know what? Speaking of computers, I want to talk to you about a very special opportunity that you have, and that is the opportunity to get one of 3 custom configured Apex gaming computers that I have put together with the assistance of Apex Gaming Computers. We've got the Yeoman, we've got the Homesteader, and we have the Rancher. And they have recently readjusted the configurations, readjusted the pricing. So that's what we're seeing here is the new modified pricing. I am going to be working with them to do some modifications with respect to the configs of the Yeoman. So right now the Yeoman is going to be reconfigured, but the Homesteader and the Rancher are pretty good configuration options for the price. So we've got a 12th gen processor, we've got a 3060 Ti or a 3070 Ti in the starting pricing. So we got a link down in the description below. Using that link, you can save up to $250 off your purchase over at Apex Gaming Computers for either the Homesteader or Rancher. I wouldn't suggest the Yeoman right now. Like I said, I'm going to be working with them to update the configs on the Yeoman at a minimum. But then I'm also hopefully maybe going to get some modifications done on the other configs. Just bring them a little bit more current. Give it a look, give them a consideration. Think about that for your very next computer if you're looking to refresh or get your first gaming computer. Now let's head back. and collect our swaff. Tuki's always vying for free stuff. That Tuki is. I can only imagine what he'd do at the farm machinery show. You know what? I think I know what he would do. He would roll in there with a giant wagon. What's the red wagon? What's the brand name on the classic red wagon, like when you were a kid? Anybody remember the brand name? A Rider? Was it Rider? All right, well, a Radio Flyer. We'll go with that one. Tuki's going to come to the farm show with a Radio Flyer wagon. And he's just going to walk over to every booth and he's going to say, show me your free stuff. And then he's just going to pile it into his wagon. And when the wagon fills up, he's going to take it out to his car and just dump it in the trunk. He might even bring a U-Haul trailer. He's going to upgrade it. He's going to put heavy duty inflatable tires. Boom Stan, what is up, sir? What is up? How are you doing? How's it go? We're just going to follow the obliterated road signs. I don't even know where I am. Oh my gosh, I'm nowhere's even close. Well, at least it eats grass and doesn't spit anything out. Yeah, we'll just... Best part about this header is it's easy to drive from first-person perspective. That's because, Doogie, we were picking up the grass by accident. Now, something else that we are looking to do in the channel, and I am seeking interested parties in joining me, is I think I want to bring out the holler map again and re-dust off the save game there where I built out all those farms in our farm build series of the holler, and I want to play that map in multiplayer with some of you guys. So I'm looking for interested parties to join me on the hauler, specifically the save game that I built out in multiplayer. We'll be on the best multiplayer servers in Farm Sim. That is G-Portal servers. I don't have a start time date other than soon. Quite frankly, I'd be willing to start on Saturday unless Bergman got updated. And then, well, then I'm going to be busy Saturday. We'll have to take a little break once Will fixes his map that he broke in giving it a weight loss. But yeah, I want to dust out the hauler. We built it out, and then I think Edgewater happened. And then Guville happened. And then Emerald Coast testing happened. And then, you know, Hof-Bergman updates happening. I'm sure there was a work conference in there. There was Hacks was in there too. I saw you mention something about a Virginia license plate, but I was distracted by the AR goggles. I think we also have I think we have 2 servers that are winding down. I think they're either done playing, very soon to be done playing. They're either in the midst of selecting a map or waiting on a certain map to drop. So there's also other opportunities within the Discord to potentially join in on some multiplayer fun. You know what they say, once you go MP, you never go back. Ah, that'll be cool. A Virginia remember the old C10? Remember the C10 I had on Emerald Coast? Where we rolled into town with a chainsaw in the back of the truck, and that was it. I don't remember the storyline at that point in time. This is back in FS17. But we had a storyline that we just come into town. We're out-of-towners. We were at the diner. And all we had was a chainsaw. And 7 years later, we owned all the farmland. Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. We survived Hurricane Marjorie. Rebuilt a few times. What? I mean, we are getting some sick yields with our oats. Boomstam, we were talking about the Valley of the Old Farm a little bit ago. Looking forward to that release. That was sent to Giants for testing over the weekend. Who knows if it's going to get through the first time around, if it's going to need to be kicked back and forth a little bit. Well, Will, I can tell you right now that it likely won't be a playthrough from me. Not at this point. Maybe 1 year in the future. Because as we've seen, I haven't been able to do any pre-recorded series in 22. It's about all I can do is keep up with map releases and provide you all some occasional entertainment in the evenings via the live streams. If we went back to pre-recorded videos, the live streams would pretty much end at that point. Because the pre-recorded video, they just take so long. You know, some episodes might take 5 and 6 hours worth of gameplay to get 30 minutes. Not saying it's impossible, just saying right now. Maybe we get the wife patched up better. Get her back on her feet. DB's committed. He's committing to do a playthrough on Emerald Coast. That's good to see. I always encourage folks, get into creation, get into content creation if you can, if you're interested. It can be a fun diversion from life. It can be a unique outlet for creativity. All right, Miles, get on the Discord if you're not already joined in the Discord. That's where I'll be posting information and seeking folks. Let's see what we got going on here. Price wise, we got wheat, Edgewater green. We got Edgewater green. Yep. Where's Edgewater green? To the south. To the south we go. You're putting up a city wall. What? Oh, well, all the life-size collectibles would be at the bottom of the pit. It'd be called the Pit of Despair. Or how about this? How about this? I've got it. It'd be called the Pit of Disrepair. Oh, yeah, there you go. The Pit of Disrepair. I was looking at. I need a sound effect of people clapping. I don't think I have that. I have this. Nope, that doesn't work. How do you record these videos so I can only see your screen? What do you mean? What else are you wanting to see? So Schultz says we use OBS, Open Broadcast Software. It is free for you and me, but for Tukey it costs $9.99. And then OBS software is set to capture the gameplay and to send it out to the YouTubes. Along with the audio from the mic and the game. We can overlay cool things like this on top of it. Speaking of which, I wonder when we're going to get back to Machines to Rule the Mountains. And as I said in the what was that map that came out the other day? Rosendahl. As I said in that video, I wonder if the machinery Impact 2 will be perfect for such a hilly map like Rosendahl was. I mean, we don't put a bunch of overlays on here, right? I really don't like a whole bunch of overlays. Lots of other streamers put overlays on their stuff, so there's just so much going on. I really don't like to do that. We do some minimalistic stuff, right? Like we put up little lower thirds here, like this map came from, and this mod that we're using came from FarmingSimulator.com. If you're interested in downloading Hofbergman, you're going to find it over at lsfarmingmods.com. You know, well, like, I don't really pay attention to what my license plates look like. I have to go out and look at it tomorrow. Yeah, I like the DB, I like the minimalistic look. I like the minimalistic look. In fact, I've gone in and configured the HUD. The UI scaling, I've lowered it to 70%. So, you know, the speedometer, the bit up in the upper right corner is a little bit smaller. So again, it's not as imposing on the actual gameplay. So, May for Phase 2, July timeframe for Phase 3, September for Phase 4, and November for Phase 5. Sounds fine by me. Given the fact that we had Gouville in March. Wes. The main benefit of this header is that it provides a 20% yield bonus. So we are getting sick yields on our oats with this header. It's a little bit more work because you have to swath the crop. Then you collect the crop with the harvester. So it adds an extra step, but as a result, we get a 20% yield bonus. We are in our second full year of FS22. Remember, FS22 released in November of 2021. The first year anniversary was celebrated with the release of the Platinum expansion. The second year anniversary is going to be celebrated with the release of the new map and crops with the second expansion. That is Phase 5 of the Year 2 Season Pass. We get some type of root crop. Is it carrots? Is it some other sort of tuber? Is it parsnips? Is that right? Are parsnips a tuber or root crop? I mean, if we get carrots, all we need now are rabbits. Oh wait, we have rabbits in Hop-Bergman update 1.21 cent crops. Now, why would somebody put parsnips in a pear tree? That makes no sense. It's like you guys out west putting ranch on everything. It just doesn't make sense. Now, what does make sense is that bacon should be a universal condiment. One should be encouraged to put bacon on anything and everything. Bacon wrapped bacon would be good. You know what? There's no faking the bacon here at this ranch. Oh, Cool Ranch Doritos are absolutely awful. There's only one form of Doritos. The original, the OG nacho cheese. Now, you know what, TB? You know what's really good on ice cream? Cognac that you then put on fire. The best ice cream in the world. I want to get the poppables. What was that? What was that Super Bowl commercial where they did the what was that show with the white guy? Breaking Bad. The Breaking Bad commercial. I think they were poppables or something. Popcorners? What's something? I don't know what they were. I'm gonna get a bag of those. I like to watch the Try channel. If you've never seen the Try channel, it's worth going to check it out. It's a bunch of Irish folk trying different things. one of the recent videos where they tried some popcorners or whatever they are. Apparently they weren't all that bad. Tried to find them in the store this weekend. I couldn't find them. No, ketchup on ice cream is not a... that's bad. That is bad! You know what's good? What's really good? Crunch and Munch. Caramel covered popcorn and peanuts. You can't just eat one box. I mean, you gotta buy them like 2 or 3 boxes. Because once you pop the first box open, you can't stop until it's empty. JC, we are using the Swather mod. The pickup header pack right here. It is available over at, guess where? Guess where? FarmingSimulator.com's a mod hub. So we're using the pickup header pack. That works only on maps that have been configured to work with the pickup header pack. What you do is you use something like the Swather here to mow the grain. Mow the grain into windrows. That is a windrow of oats. And then you come through with the pickup header pack, and it then picks up the grain and drops out straw out the rear. This is apparently how they do farming in select areas of the Northwest. That's where I've heard it used. The concept behind its use is that you mow the crop before it has totally dried. And as a result of mowing the crop before it's dried, you lay it down in a windrow. You then let it dry on the field. And then you come through with this header. And this header gently picks the crop up with this belt that has tines on it, and then runs it into the auger and into the header intake. It's very easy on the crop, it's gentle, and as such you lose less grain. Less grain falls out of the header onto the field. So this mod has been configured to give you a 20% yield bonus. It's used often in the northern climates where you have a shorter growing season. So you have to basically harvest the crop before it's really able to fully dry out on its own. Farmers Forever is here. Welcome, sir. How you doing? Well, there may be. There may be. I find it impossible to keep up with what shows up in the mod hub. I mean, heck, there's some days I don't have a chance to look and see anything on the mod hub until like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon. And as a frame of reference, that's often like 5-6 hours after mods have dropped. There, we went and filled it up again. I mean, at this rate, we're getting yields like this was wheat. It's just oats, so we're getting the oat price for wheat yield. Yeah, FARMER-KLEIN, let alone mods that are outside the mod hub, right? The mods released over the Giants mod hub are just a small percentage of what is actually out there available for PC players. What we don't want you to be a map factory, right? We don't need you spitting out maps like it's a like they're going out of style. Did anybody check out the community spotlight that was on the Farm Sim community channel? What was it, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Was profiling a Twitch streamer. Now, I don't follow Twitch, so I don't know too much about the Twitch streamers, but really this was a pretty big one, I think. As they had a streaming deal with Nitrado. It was fun because at one point in time, she said something about wanting to see new animals in the game, like ducks and goats. And I was like, oh, there was a mod for that. You can add ducks and goats to any map now with enhanced animal add-on, right? Is that the name of it? Genetic J is here. He's come to save the day. Keegan, we got flax on this map. Yes, we do. I don't think there's any flax growing at the moment. But, where are there flax? Oh, it's growing. We have flax growing over here. No idea, Keegan. No idea. There we go, flax. Oh, it's ready to harvest. We get ready to harvest flax. I don't know, but if you tell me you're gonna make a meatloaf sandwich, I'm gonna say, did you put Grey Poupon on it? Or are you more, is French's yellow mustard more your style? Schultz, it's because you really shouldn't put ranch dressing on it. I know that's your condiment of choice. Do you toast it? That's the question. Do you toast the meatloaf sandwich? Maybe put it in a panini? Make it French? Schultz, it would be really awesome if you put a sign on there that said no faking the bacon. And then maybe put a pig winking. Right? There ain't no faking the bacon, and then a pig winking at you. Tukey, have you had potato bread? They probably don't have it out there. The idea of making fabulous potato bread is a Dutch thing. From Pennsylvania. Well, Will, that's what we all strive to do. Today we went old school. Today we went with brown beans and rice. Served with leftover ham bone. With plenty of meat left on the bone. It was cooked in a crock pot. That's the only way to do it. No, multi-grain bread is not the bread, not bread. That's no. Bread is not meant to be chunky. I made the younger some homemade chicken tenders. Bought some chicken tenderloins, chicken loins. You know what they call them at the store. Dredged them through some breadcrumbs. Put them in a fryer. Honey butter batter chicken tenders. Is that the type of chicken tenders that comes from? Are those the crack nuggets from McDonald's? Is that the description of McDonald's crack nuggets? You know, you can't just eat one box of 20. Right? How did you freeze the bread to keep it up? You know what? The biggest disappointment that I've had in the last year was learning what an air fryer really is. I was so disappointed. I mean, I don't want to tell you if you don't know what an air fryer really is, because it may ruin air frying for the rest of your life. And that's a pretty big thing. Keegan, I'm pretty sure Flax was in some type of map in FS19. Which maps? I don't know. But I have a feeling it was out there. That's right, everybody. That's right. An air fryer is simply a oven. That's all it is. It's a darn heating element with a fan. Such a disappointment. A money grab, if you will. Convection ovens were the rage back in the day because it allowed the modern working housewife to quickly prepare dinner when she got home from work. Right? Say that nowadays and cops are going to come after you for, you know, domestic abuse or something. But yes, I went a little, well, let's just say I got a little fired up when I realized what they were. And yes, I did get my sounds working. You know, Raz, someone else was talking about using an air fryer for steak. I cannot bring myself to make a steak in an oven. Nope. 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 Not gonna do it. No, Schultz, when it's minus 20 out, you take a pan and you put butter on it. And then you place your slab of meat on the hot pan with melted butter on it. Then you take some more butter and you put over top of the steak. And let it just melt into it. And then you flip it over. And you repeat the process. And what you end up with, well, it's just heavenly. All right, I counter your ribeye with a porterhouse. Ribeye is a good number 2 cut of meat. But the porterhouse is king. Briskets are good. Briskets are good. I'll give you that. Now, if you ask my kid, he's going to tell you hands down the best steak he's ever had was a $70 New York strip we had up in Boston. $70. You know what I got for that? We got 12 ounces of meat on a plate with a sprig of parsley. Keegan, I think views are down overall. I mean, in the northern hemisphere, it's starting to warm up. Weather is good. It always tends to happen over the summer in the northern hemisphere. Ah, Rat says the king is calling. The king is calling. She probably just found out what an air flyer is, and she's angry. Oh, Miles, that sounds really tasty. I mean, I'm an equal opportunity eater, so I'll let anybody prepare me what they think is their best steak. Keegan, we are harvesting oats. That would be a true statement. We're almost done, too. We're using the pickup header. We use the swather to cut the oats down. We're getting a massive yield bonus. I think we hit all of this up here. Artemis, welcome! Glad you can make it out tonight. It's been a while. A few days at least. It's always a pleasure. Farming is going fabulous tonight. Here on Edgewater, we are making a few Canadian dollars. I decided to jump back over here to Edgewater. We didn't give Edgewater a lot of play time due to things going on at work, due to the PAX trip, due to Emerald Coast testing, the Gouville pack being released. So I thought we'd come back and make a few bucks as we wait for Hofbergman 1.2 to drop, as we wait for Emerald Coast to be ready to get back to testing so we can get it released to the public. And I also thought a little bit about, just a little bit about, maybe bringing back the holler. Holler if you hear me. Bring back the holler map that we did our farm build series on, and see if anybody would be interested in playing on that in multiplayer. So we're thinking about doing that too. We talked a little bit about tonight the phase 2 or part 2 of the season 2 season pass, where we have machines to basically work the mountains or something like that. What that could possibly mean, and if such a pack would be useful on that new map that dropped just a couple days ago. Rosenthal, I think it was a Norwegian map. Am I right? Norwegian map with a very unique layout. Who's mining? What are we talking about mining? Speaking of the Year 2 Season Pass, now available. Anyone interested in pre-ordering the Year 2 Season Pass can do so using the link down in the description. Is a Giants eShop copy. Giants eShop copies are good for any PC install of the game. Be that Giants Direct Download, disc copy, physical media, Steam, or Epic. You save 30% versus buying all 5 packs individually. You think it might really? That's a original. That's original. So you're thinking machines to rule the mountains, where we have mountains and then flowery grass in the foreground, is going to be a mining pack. It's possible. It's definitely possible. And here, I thought it would be more like the stuff that we got with Erlenrot and the expansion map for FS19. You know, well, I thought the LS Mining Company, I thought, was working on a ski resort simulator. Oh, we actually have black straw in the baler. Delilah, that would work exactly ideal for that Rosenthal map. I did a video on 2 days ago. I think that map had like 50 farmhouses on it. It was something crazy. But apparently those were supposedly on unbuyable land. But using the buy all farmlands command, apparently I was able to buy them all. Alright, so here we go. Here's the debate. Here's the debate we got working. Which is cooler? This fine piece of machinery, or the beast from the east, the Raptor 300, the great tree deleter. Hook him up with this thing right here, and she is going to town. There's no tree that can withstand the Penroth tree deleter. So yeah, Artemis, I've been thinking about bringing back the Holler game save, where we did the farm build series. I wanted to play on that after I built out the farms, and I thought, what better way of playing on it would be to do a little multiplayer on it with some folks that wanted to also play on the map. Tuki, what do you use for your silage baling? Do you use any of the Premier pack? Do you use anything from the Gouville pack, the new Gouville pack? Stationary balers are fun, right? Or do you go back to your roots and use the fast bale? I'll tell you what, something I learned at the Farm Machinery Show is you can actually disconnect the baler from the back of this thing. It's like quick discharge baler. Anybody playing on Black Mountain, Montana? The loading screen on Black Mountain, Montana showed American flag round bales. I was a little curious if they were built into the map. There are 59 bales. I really like the forest on Black Mountain, Montana. It's been laid down with like 20,000 trees. I think I was remember seeing in the comments. A lot more trees than we had in the FS17 version of the map, that's for sure. Lots of interesting new productions also there. Like a wash plant for gravel. A massive gravel deposit up in the mountains for you to get your wash plant on. The ability to make charcoal. The ability to make coal. That was pretty neat. Diablo del Toro, how is life going? It's been a while. She's been a hot minute since we've seen each other. Oh, it's more like making charcoal. Well, I can tell you what, being super busy is far better than being super bored. I don't care who you are. That's a fact, Jack. Anybody that's ever been super bored will tell you it's the pits. We're not talking about the cool pits. We're not talking about NASCAR racing pits. We're talking about the pits, like pits of a peach, or the pits of an avocado. It's like an avocado nut. Armchair Ag, how you doing, sir? How are you doing? See where we are. We're at 63 bales made, everybody. 63. What is that? Oh, I don't have my zoom in here. On the HUD over there, there's a third line that's got a bar that's moving back and forth a lot. Trying to figure out what that was supposed to represent. Aw, Tuki's so predictable. So predictable. Well, you should have had some crunch and munch. Which type of Chex Mix do you like the best? Bold's not bad, but I like me some toffee. Toffee Chex Mix. Cracker Jack you get in little boxes. They're like travel packs. It's like Crunch and Munch that's in travel size. Cheddar Chex is okay, but it can be a little overwhelming. How about bold and Chex Mix? For those who dare. What if they made a bag of Chex Mix that was like variety flavor? It was just all the other flavors mixed together. Wouldn't that be good? There's a chocolate Chex Mix, isn't there? Well, hopefully you don't put ranch on pretzels. I mean, that just sounds bad. Pretzels dipped in cheese. You know, it's just criminal. It's just criminal what Schultz is willing to put on pretzels. I thought Mighty Buddies were chocolate and powdered sugar on top. vulgar donkey wants to put queso dip on things. Queso dip on... what? What would be something that would be totally vulgar? Putting queso dip on pinto beans. That would be totally vulgar. I want to know who's tried it. Oh, apparently it's queso dip on pretzels. I don't know if that's down or up. But is it what type of Dorito? We've already established that the worst Dorito is Cool Ranch. I mean, Donald seems to think they're okay. But I question his tastes. He lives up in the north. Nacho cheese and salsa? Are you serious? Alright guys, that is going to do us for the night. We have made 69 bales, and that is the magic number that Tukey wants to stop at. So thank you all for coming out and watching. We are right at our 2-hour 10-minute mark, so we had 10 minutes of pre-stream. Now we are at 2 hours of solid entertainment for the masses. Hope you all have enjoyed it. We'll hopefully be back tomorrow night doing some more live streaming on something. It's hard to tell what might happen unless we've got a giant map drop. I am pulling for the Valley of the Old Farm, but I do not know where that is in the testing process. Can't wait to see what that map looks like. Also, very eagerly awaiting return of a thinned down and lighter weight Emerald Coast that will be able to be uploaded to normal web servers or game servers and won't require fabulous game servers like those from G-Portal, where you can get 25 gigs of mod space and FTP upload access. Until next time, guys, remember, farming's my chill. What's yours? And happy farming.